Hi, I'm Ziku Nakamura, and I'm joined by my friend Alice Rose. Say hi, Alice. Okay. So, in the background, you'll be seeing some gameplay of us playing Skyblock Minecraft. But in the foreground, what we'll be doing today is reading some Minecraft Storytime. Minecraft Storytime is the series I'm going to be calling it. So, yeah. Anyway, we are on Reddit right now, on r/GamersRevenge. Should I even say who posts these? Or
Probably not.
Alright, so, I'll read the first one. So this happened a couple of years ago. I was playing Fortnite squads with Random Phil. So anyone who's unfamiliar with Fortnite, it means that I was loaded into a game with a bunch of randos. So I got matched up with a group of 3 kids who seemed to know each other. They couldn't have been older than 12 years old. The first thing they chose to do is to make fun of my name. My username is literally the same as my Reddit name, and you don't need to know that. I legit don't understand what there is to make fun of, but they did. Next thing I know, they're calling me Smelly Joe, as if he misspelled it, or if. As if that's more mature and appropriate. So anyway, at this point I mute myself, rolling my eyes so much I'm surprised they didn't concave into my skull. Full disclosure, at that point in my Fortnite gaming career, I sucked. Well, I do too.
I'm pretty good.
Like, absolutely awful. Then the kids were stupid and dove into a fight. Turns out they weren't the best either.
I hate that. That
Right?
is the worst.
My nephew does that to me all the time. Props to you if you're watching, dude. Anywho, where was I? We were in way over our heads. As the 3 charged, I stayed back because I wasn't fast enough, admittedly due to a lack of confidence. And we got creamed. The 2 got eliminated, 1 was knocked right after I was shot at and brought down to 3 health from full health and shield. I built a wall and slid down a mountain with the intention of gaining heals to help, knowing that there was nothing I could do in the condition I was in. That was until what followed. As I'm sliding, I'm getting berated by all 3 boys being called trash.
But they got knocked out first.
Right? As soon as I start walking away, their tones changed and started begging me to get the down team member up. At this point, I unmuted and all I say is, I don't really feel like it. And disconnect from the game, effectively disqualifying us and removing any EXP we earned in that game. The kids were not happy. It was petty, but worth it. So what do you think?
I think that serves those kids right.
True.
That's pro revenge right there.
That is some revenge for sure. Alright.
Was there any good comment?
Let's check the comments. Life lesson, but probably never learned. And then the guy replies, oh, definitely. They even reported me for a team killing when it hasn't been a thing for over a year because team attack was disabled. Next guy says, is this new copy pasta? Oh gosh. This is a long comment. I'm not reading it. And then the last one, you okay?
I don't think he's okay.
Maybe not. Alright, let's I just clicked that again, right?
Yeah.
Next is how to destroy a spammer. You want to read this one?
Okay.
You got this.
Any game with a chat will have morons who just like to spam. Some games have spam filters, but no filter is perfect. Luckily, some games have better ways to deal with them. I was playing on a PV server, meaning player versus player combat was not possible.
Okay. I want to go back. You didn't say the E. PVE.
Yeah, I did.
Oh. Well, my bad. Continue.
While playing... Alright, no. On the zombie apocalypse survival game, Unturned. While playing, this kid joined and would not stop spamming the same thing over and over. I can't remember exactly what he said, but let's just say everyone was super annoyed. Everyone kept telling him to shut up, but he just kept it up. And again, not like anyone could fight or kill him because this was a friendly server and players could not attack each other, nor grief their bases. So what do we do then? Can we destroy the spammer without physically attacking him? Well, Unturned has a voting system. Similar to commands in Minecraft, some Unturned servers allow players to vote whether to turn it to day or night, turn rain off and on, call for an airdrop, etc. However, probably the best ability to mute a player. One of the best ways to mute a player, which is exactly what I did. I called a vote to mute the spammer immediately. He started to say things like, "No, I'll stop, I'm sorry." But it was too late. The other players started dying laughing and voted up one by one. Eventually, he had passed a vote goal of 60%. And Mr. Spammer was quite literally at loss for words. He hasn't been able to leave and rejoin to dispute the mute. I became one of the coolest people on the servers that day.
You get a small little clap for your small little dick. There you go, buddy. I mean, I hate spammers.
I hate those little kids that get on Fortnite and they just start talking. Like, they're not talking about anything in particular. They're just constantly talking in your ear. And you're like, kid, we're just trying to play the game. Leave me alone.
It's like that meme. The kid just being like, have you ever, yeah, I love kids, but, you know, they're sometimes really hilarious. Special. Anywho, let's see what the comments gotta say. Cool. Yeah, okay. One last story. Let's see. Underestimated by a random. It looks like this one, they're playing Apex Legends. Anywho, let's get started. My brother and I duo queue at ranked in Apex Legends all the time. We have people to play with, but the rank we are is much higher than the skill level of our friends. We're making our way up through the ranks and queue into a game with some new random. He marks an area that we didn't think we would be good to land for a team composition. We mark another area and he yells "no" in the microphone. We separate and land and start making our moves around the map. He later proceeds to call us weak and kitties for for leaving a fight we couldn't win at the time. He goes down because he wouldn't back off. He then proceeds to tell us we were trash for not fighting that when it wasn't a good fight, pinched by two teams. He continues to tell us that we'll never make it anywhere if we don't learn to fight and we'll stay stuck platinum forever. So we make it to the last 3 squads duo and lose to another 2 team pinch while a man down. The very next game, after taking a few minutes to get food, we land our usual combat spot and start fighting some squads. Out of the blue, I see a guy flanking my new random teammate, so I shoot him. He backs off and goes for a different flank route. I push into a building and down him. To my surprise, it's the tough guy random from the last game who called us bad for picking our battles. I laugh at the irony. So I give him a flashy finisher and a tea bag to rub it in as he gets sent back to the lobby as my brother wipes his other teammates. Nice.
Wow. Now that's some revenge he's gonna remember.
For real? Yeah. Alright, let's see what they have to say. Where were you landing and what was your team comp? We landed the mills on Storm Point. Oh, this is the guy, by the way. We landed the mills on Storm Point. I was Bangalore and my brother was Wraith. The random in that game was playing Ash, and then Bloodhound the next game. I laugh. He said we'd stay stuck platinum while we were ranking through gold. However, we're platinum now and past halfway to diamond in ranked. I don't know what any of those things mean, but I know a friend of mine will know what this means.
Yeah.
If he happens to come across this video, he'll probably laugh. Alright. I think to keep it evens, we should do another one. That one... Help, please? Guy in PlayStation harassing him. Oh, let's try a different one. See any that... Entitled
Ooh,
Brat, this is
that
our
one.
faction. Alright. You got Queen Brat here. Alice.
Oh, dang. I gotta read this one?
Yeah, it's yours.
Okay. Glad to see a place like this exist, especially for gamers, because I have quite a few good revenge stories to tell from Minecraft factions and several other games. Now, Minecraft factions is basically all about raiding,
yeah.
griefing, defending, and revenge stories. I won't reveal the server where this happened, but I was in a faction with about 6 or 7 active players in it, and there was this one entitled guy who felt like he was so good that he should have access to the mob spawner and stuff, and said our faction sucked because he was not getting the privilege and attention he wanted, despite the fact that we were giving him as many chances as we could. He just left saying that our faction sucks and that he would find a better faction. This was all during the grace period of fractions before TNT was enabled. So the faction the Brat joined was a slightly bigger faction with maybe 10 active players in total, and actually somehow managed to get a higher position in the faction. But by pure luck, one day before TNT was enabled, I managed to come across their base to the north border and told my faction members on Discord right away that I had found the entitled base. When TNT got enabled, we quickly climbed the water walls and checked the area to see where we could raid, and luckily only one guy was active, and he was AFK too. And when scouting, we found entitled Brat did a huge mistake. He forgot to claim one chunk. Now claiming chunk is very important in factions, because otherwise other players can claim the chunk and raid you and otherwise access chests, since it is a neutral territory. At least the case on the server I was on. And the worst part was this chest was this was not even one of the outer walls, but the innermost walls on the east side. So we claimed it, and faction members buys a chunk buster and blast the whole chunk away. So we were free to build a cannon on the empty land and blast through the side of the base and get in because it was built out of cobblestone. We managed to get to the spawners and all the good loot using creeper eggs and just really good damage them and just to really damage them. We did some more candying and completely destroyed the east wall and the inside of the base. An hour later, Entitled Brett and some other faction members logged on and saw the damage, and the Entitled Brat simply rage quit. Unfortunately, my faction got raided later in the day, but at least we got some well-deserved revenge on the Entitled Brat.
Nice.
Dang. Honestly, he deserved it. He shouldn't have been so careless and mean.
Well, yeah, if it's gonna be like that on the server, you better be like ready to do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know the rules to the game, then you should definitely be researching them.
100%.
All right, let's see what kind of comments I got here. Who raided you later that day? Haha, he deserved it. Also, does happen in my server. See, yeah, it's not just his, it's somebody else's too. Alright, thanks so much for watching this episode of Minecraft Storytime. We covered r/GamersRevenge this time. In the comments, if you would, please leave
let us know.
Yeah, let us know if you like this content or if you would like to hear other story times during Minecraft Storytime. Thank you so much, and we'll see y'all later.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, subscribe. Subscribe!